Hello.
Halo.
Yeah, hello.
Okay. Uh, Good night, everyone. Welcome to today's storytelling session. Our topic for today will be navigating cybersecurity challenge in the digital age. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Dian Ramadhani. I'm from the POA team. Uh, and let's start with storytelling. Uh, let's start with Mr. Rizky first.
Me first?
Yes.
Okay. A second, please. Okay, all right. So first thing first, thank you, Jan, for doing this. So, our topic today is about the navigating cybersecurity challenges in the digital age. So, yeah. Now, uh, oh, I think there's not much of things that can be discussed here because I guess cybersecurity is all about safety and what should no one actually not a single soul that is dumb enough to reject safety. Okay, so but now the question is the challenges the the challenge of cybersecurity, right? Because I know one or two words from somewhere else. I forgot where that is. The one thing is it's hard to maintain between the safety and convenience. Uh, and the safer a system is, usually it will get more, what is it? It will get more, yeah, less convenient, so that people will feel that they are being, what is it? Wait. I'll Google that, I'll Google that. Yeah, right. So yeah, uh, the safer a system is, more strict it is. So, and honestly, right, we all are not getting used to something strict because the more strict something is, the more less convenience we are. But the thing is, we are talking about the cyber security. Usually, these things involve like captcha, right? So yeah, the cybersecurity involves something like captcha, and then request detector, right? Yeah. To make sure that the request is coming to the something. So yeah. So like to make sure you won't get a DDoS, you're not getting attack in the virtual world. Usually, the attack in cybersecurity come as a bot, right? They are a bot. So basically, they're just a dummy computer. So, what makes this thing actually simple? I mean, cybersecurity is more simple because there are some captcha that, it's really annoying. Like the captcha that makes you have to choose the motorcycle, the captcha that you have to choose the bicycle, the traffic light, the crosswalk, etc. But you are sure 100% sure to yourself that you choose the right box, you choose the right square, you choose the crosswalk, you choose the traffic light, you choose the car, but it still says that you are still a robot, or yeah, it still says that your choice is not correct. That is what usually the problem, right? That's where the convenience part comes, right? It might be safe, yes, it may be safe. The request, not a random request can come, but that thing, even a human, like let's say a human, a real human wants to join a server, but it's really hard. I checked the bicycle, all right? I checked the two box containing bicycle. I checked three box containing the traffic light, and it still doesn't accept us. So yeah, so the point of cybersecurity is it's somehow complicated, yet it's simple. All right. Maybe the complicated part is the backend part, but for us, it's simple, right? The cybersecurity, the point of cybersecurity is to make sure that your data is safe and your server is always up. So yeah, no attack. Right. And of course, we've got a lot of different attack. Like we've got stealing data, we've got brute force attack, but the most common one is the stealing, right? The stealing. So yeah, I've discussed the brute force attack, which is one way to resolve is using captcha, recaptcha, right? And the other thing, right? This other thing, the the stealing data. So, well, actually, the stealing data is actually part of the society, right? Because, yes, putting putting everything in the internet makes it convenient, but they are easier to get. You know, it's different when you are putting data at the real world, like writing them on a paper versus giving put them on cloud. People from anywhere else could access the cloud while the data, right? While the data that you wrote on the paper, you have to be on that place to access that. So yeah, honestly, it's actually a really big thing, right? So if you ask me which one is safer, but I think the paper, putting the data on paper and then storing it somewhere else safe on some secret place is much safer than putting it on the cloud. Because, right, as you can see, when you want to access the cloud, right, when you want to access a cloud, all you need to do is all you need to have is knowledge, good internet, good laptop, right? That's it. And maybe some firewall, right? Or something like that. But when you put your data on paper and place it somewhere secret, somewhere safe, and if we are telling about somewhere safe, that means we must have like a guard, like a guard, uh, well, what is a guard, troops, something like that, in which you will have to use if you want to break in, if you want to take data by breaking in, you will have to go there, whether using tactic or using gun, right? So you have to you have to find your way, passing through all the guards, all the troops to get the data. So I guess cybersecurity is one way that we can think how to get safe without having to be strict, because usually the more safe it is, the more strict it is, the less convenience it is. So yeah, I guess I'm not making point, right? I'll just say the negative and the positive of cybersecurity, but here I'll tell you something. If you want to ask me which one is better, right? Which one is better? I think because I think the one's better is keeping the data to local internet. That's what I ask, because yeah, because when you put the data to local internet in which only certain area can access, which means any hacker or any stealing information will have to go that certain area. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Iqbal, for the wonderful uh, idea. I also would like to add something. So, in my opinion, by what you said about the inconvenience of the safe security, it is also like um, a security system is built by us, by our understanding that we share among each other by a programmer, right? And if we use the same type of understanding to guard or protect our data on the internet, for example, it's kind of like a fail-safe because but if another person who has the same skills as us can can access into the framework and just hack into the system, it's really it's really not safe. By what I mean is that when we use the protection from others, sometimes we risk ourselves from getting attacked by uh, the same type, I guess. But when we need to truly protect ourselves from attackers, we all we need to do is just build a system by ourselves, like with our own language and a new understanding, which is hard, but it is possible. And I think that's like maybe a new potential future for cybersecurity. Okay, that's also my having opinion. Let's move on to the next one. How about Miss Trifosa?
Oh,
Hello.
sorry, it's me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Tonight, the topic is about cybersecurity challenge in the digital age, right? Okay, in my opinion, cybersecurity is important for us as social media users. Everything in our cell phone in stored a lot of important data from personal data, companies on and so on. So, what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is an effort made to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information in cyberspace. Who is cyber attacker? Cyber attacker are basically people who master algorithm and computer programming to create code or script. Taking from the Ministry of Finance page, there are several types of cyber threat, namely cybercrime, cyber warfare, and cyber terrorism. Things that need to be improved in cybersecurity are increased security awareness among applying and user with regular training, educate them on good security practice such as using strong password, identify phishing attack, and safeguarding confidential information. and apply the principle of need-based access, right? Grant the minimum necessary access right to each user or device. Regularly update and review access right to identify and address potential security risks. And maybe use encryption to protect data as no, move the trust the network or storage on device. And implement to end-to-end encryption to protect communications between users and servers. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Trivosha. I have a question.
Yeah.
So have you ever used what have you ever used a cyber security program in your device?
Yes. Such as I'm use the password in my account, of course,
Okay,
and I cannot share my password in everyone for
okay. Mhm.
authentication code. Maybe I cannot
Oh,
share.
okay. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Miss Myra.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Okay, so my opinion of facing cybersecurity challenge in the digital era. I think about doing security, especially on social media account and such. Because of my experience, I once built in application where I could see who did follow me back. At that time, I was still in junior high school because I don't know that this application could hack my Instagram account. So when I logged into my Instagram account, the application still run normally. And when I use it, then after 1 hour, my Instagram account could be opened because the password was wrong. And there I was confused. I had already done the verification method and I could work because my card or number was lost. And so I have to verify with my face and the code sent from Instagram to my Gmail. And then about 1 month, I can take my account back. So it is necessary to verify two-step and use Gmail telephone number active to make easy when I account is hacked. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your experience with cybersecurity. So I have a question for you too.
Okay.
What do you think will be, uh, how do you think it will improve, like, how do you think you can improve the security of Instagram maybe so in the next time it will be easier to access your account?
Sorry, Mr. Dian. Your voice is louder.
Okay, so what do you think will be better to improve the current Instagram security system? So in the future, you don't face the same problem. Hello.
Wait.
Okay. Uh, maybe you can.
So
Okay.
uh, verify verify two step and use Gmail telephone number active. Make it easy your when my account is hacked.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's move on to the next one. Mr. Muhammad Tarak,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay. So first of all, is there any noise that you hear from my microphone? Because right here is a little bit raining. It's raining outside. Does my voice sounds clearly?
Yeah, I can hear it. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's good. Thank you. And I will start about the cybersecurity nowadays. So I'm gonna go with the pro side. Topic is about the significance of technology in cybersecurity. I'm advocate for the critical role that technology plays in the realm of cybersecurity. In our increasingly digitalized world, the symbiotic relationship between technological innovation and effective cybersecurity cannot be overstated. So I have some key points here. The first one is the business success is very linked to the technology. In modern business, uh, it have become in intertwined with technology, from streamlined operation to enhanced communication. Our economic landscape relies on technological infrastructure. Consequently, the success of businesses is profoundly connected to the efficacy of cyber security measures safeguarding this technology asset. Next, security as an enabler of innovation. Contrary to the misconception that security hinders innovation, robust cybersecurity serves as an enabler by creating a secure environment. We encourage experimentation and the development of groundbreaking solutions. A strong cybersecurity framework lays the foundation for a dynamic and innovative business landscape. Then, the importance of AI and security. As we confront increasingly sophisticated cyber threat, artificial intelligence emerges as a powerful ally in our cybersecurity endeavor. AI-driven algorithms powered by big data analytics and significantly enhance our ability to detect and mitigate complex cyber attacks. The strategic implementation of AI reinforces our defense mechanism. So that's the 3 points that I want to tell about. I will make a quick recap. So the first one is that business is very linked to the technology. Modern business cannot be separated from technology. We all know that. And nowadays, using cloud environment as data storage is not new game. We have been forget about the physical data storage and we are moving into the cloud, which is more cheap and more efficient in business way. So from that, we can conclude that cybersecurity is really important nowadays because business data is something that everyone really need, everyone really wants it. So if it's stolen, then your business can be go bankrupt, I think. Well, not like that too, but almost like that. Then the security as an enabler of innovation. So in previous topic, especially from Mr. Rizky Anugrah, he said that today's security is less convenient. Well, yes, I'm agree about it, but in today's security, we have something that called the multi-layer security that enhance the security level of our data. Well, it's not less convenient, but it become more convenient nowadays. Like what I'm always using is the single sign-on so that I can sign in with one account to many platform only from my phone. But you need to set it. So it's kind of a little bit of work to do at the beginning. After that, it's really simple to use. So I really recommend it using the single sign-on. And the third point that I want to cover is the importance of AI and security. So today, the cybersecurity has involved the AI to improve the detection of the robot. Like some say that about the captcha. Captcha is in today's still using the mechanism that detect some parameters and say it was a robot, even if it is not. And to know if it is not a robot, they will give a questionnaire when you need to do some tasks so they can be sure that you are not a robot of the attacker. But with AI, they can do some of the learning algorithm so that they can precisely tell which is the robot and which is the real human. I think that is from me.
Okay, thank you. I have a question. How
Okay,
do
go
you
ahead.
think the cyber security will go towards the future? Because if we use AI for the cybersecurity and combine the two concepts, don't you think that hackers can also use AI to bypass the system?
Yes, I mean, we can use AI almost in every aspect. Like, yes. So it is important to always use the continuous learning method so that you're not going to getting behind the attackers, right? The attackers always think the other way to reach to our system, and we, as the engineers, also need to think about how does the attacker can attack us. As a defender, we always think that we can improve, and the AI is one of the tools that we can use to improve the security in today's. I think that is.
Okay, thank you. Now, with the last one, Mr. Bintang,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay. Thank you for your time. And I like time tonight and because I'm work in software engineering in BMT Ichimahi and if being hit a hacker uh, and I'm I'm hacked back and my account go back to my device and I'm happy because my account many many games and cybersecurity building fortress for the future. In this interestingly connect words, cybersecurity is vital and cornerstone for every entity from individual to large corporation. Cybersecurity can come from many directions and we have the potential to damage operation, access sensitive data and even reputation. Therefore, understanding and implementation and concept of cybersecurity is a must. Here is an overview of the importance of cybersecurity. I mentioned why cybersecurity is important. Protection of sensitive data. Data is valuable asset that must be protected. Cybersecurity aim to protect sensitive data from unauthorized access, modification, for or theft by implementation, encryption, and straight access control. We can mention the integrity and confidentiality of information. Okay, thank you, Tian. I'm back for you.
Okay, thank you, Bintang. I would like to add something to what do you think is the hardest part about implementing cybersecurity? Like, how do you maintain maybe?
What do you like? How do you maintain?
How do you implement cybersecurity and how do you maintain?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'm protect my icon. Uh, and protect my account. I'm authentication two-step, and I'm head to my Sandy, to my password. Okay, thank you, Tian.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, okay.
That's everyone. What do we do now? There's still a few time left. How about an open discussion, maybe?
I think I do have one.
Okay, let's go.
I reckon Tara mentioned something about you. I reckon you mentioned about the MFA, multi-factor authentication, right? So I guess besides MFA, you also mentioned AI as well, right? So here's the thing. So the thing was the MFA. For the MFA, I agree because well, when you log in, when you have your phone with you, that means you have your you have your own key, your own unique key in which nobody can access it. And I think that's good. And that is good for the stealing scenario. As you can see, the cyber attack has two types, as I mentioned. There are attacking scenario and stealing data scenario. And for the MFA, yes, of course, the MFA is good for preventing the stealing scenario. So that let's say you want to uh you want to access your own data, so you want to make sure that only you can access those data. So that's why you use MFA. Right. Yeah. Uh, as you can access it, yes, but the main I guess but the usual problem what happens is Uh, yeah, right. The usual problem comes when an account is leaked. Uh, leakage is happened in account. So yeah, one account of the employee got leaked or some sort of like that. That's true, yes. But another thing that has to be mentioned is that you also mentioned about AI, right? It's actually how can I say it? It's actually not easy to bring AI because while I happen to be an expert in AI, not really expert, intermediate in AI, and if we see the system of the Google itself, the reCAPTCHA, the reCAPTCHA, right? Not the captcha, but reCAPTCHA. It has some sort of system, right? And I think that is now the best system, but not everything is using reCAPTCHA. Some still use captcha. reCAPTCHA capture your cursor movement and your history browser. Why? Because the computer that is being used to attack that or that is being used as a well, a bot, usually a brand new computer that has no history at all. No history at all, nothing at all. And yeah, so those reCAPTCHA detect your motion, your cursor, because a normal human would bring their cursor from some place to the check mark, normal human. But the reCAPTCHA, I mean the AI, as we know it, the AI doesn't have that kind of movement. They just go directly. The cursor goes directly, like it's teleported from somewhere else to the check mark. So yeah, the reCAPTCHA is good. It uses AI, but not everything. It's not like not everything you can involve AI in. So let's say, all right. If you want to, let's say, a data leakage, right? We have data, super secret data, and we want to keep it secret. Only the company of X have to know. Nobody are supposed to know. Nobody is supposed to know. one way we can know when the data that is like a copy in someone else, like say, we don't know when it happens to be a leakage. So let's say this hacker is very sneaky. Let's say, yeah, right. He can bypass it. He can bypass without bothering anyone's account, and then just somehow he managed to steal it. But and when he managed to steal it, one way, right? One way we something that can be done is nothing because the data is already in the hacker's hand, and what any kind of AI that we want to use when it's out of the range, like when it's out of range, so that yeah, the data is already at the hacker's hand, and I guess there's nothing we can do because yeah, as far as I know, the usage of AI is the recapture, and other than that, well, I guess that's just some kind of anomaly detection at the traffic. AI also can manage that, and that's it, I guess. There's not really much, honestly. Yeah, my of what I learned, there's not much AI can do in the cybersecurity besides detecting stuff. That's it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess you can maybe tell something.
Okay, so thank you for your um, answer. I think our response for my first. So that in AI, well, currently we are not be able to use the AI in almost every aspect of the cybersecurity itself. That's true. Well, half true and half not. Why did I say that? So you say that the AI is cannot be used when the data is has been at the attacker's hand. Well, even if we have physical data that have been at the stealer's hand, we also cannot get it back again unless we are going to attack back to get the data. So in terms of cybersecurity is when you protect your data before it gets stolen. The use of AI in the cybersecurity for now is like what you mentioned before, is in the recapture and the traffic, yeah, in the traffic. But actually it can be used in the developing, the development of uh, cybersecurity method. Well, in today's ways of developing a cybersecurity, we use some kind of what we call it simulation. And from the data of the simulation, we analyze the data, and then we know what kind of the vulnerable part of our system that we can improve furthermore. But it is sure that this kind of way will take so much time and also take so much energy from the analytic. So that, like what I've mentioned before, we're not using AI as part of the cybersecurity, but we use AI as a tool to improve the cybersecurity itself. I think that for me.
Right. Yeah, I have to agree. If we are talking about simulation, then yes, I guess that's true. We can repeat some kind of scenario, and then uh, we can put those data of the scenario to the AI, in which AI can process further. Yeah, for that one, that is true. Okay. Okay, so go back to Dion, I guess.
Here, I would like to add into the discussion about the improvement of security because For security, cybersecurity to improve, it also needs to come with improvement of technology, but by also improving the technology, I mean the cybersecurity, it also opens up to uh, the hackers being improved as well because it is the same type of activity but in different purpose. So uh, cybersecurity needs to constantly improve every moment so that we can make sure that it stays and keeps data safe from attackers and stealers. Does anyone have anything else to add?
Guess that's all.
Okay, maybe let's end it here because story is let's wait maybe 5 minutes. If there's no more opinion, we can end the discussion today.
Is it done?
What?
Is it done? Yeah. Is it done?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay. Okay. So I'll stop recording.
Okay.